Cyberpunk Edgerunners is Netflix's best anime, second only to Castlevania, both based on video games for some reason. I'll harp on The Great Pretender in a later video. Anyways, me and my friend have been working on a D&D campaign that takes place in the world of CD Projekt Red's game Cyberpunk 2077. And as a kind of introduction to the world of Cyberpunk, one of my friends, Ozzy, suggested that we watch Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I was all for it, and then we binged all of it in under 24 hours, and oh my god, it was amazing. Studio Trigger was the perfect animation studio to do it. The action, drama, and comedy of panty and stalking with garter belt, the huge tactical machinery of Promare, the gruesome fight scenes of Kill la Kill, and whatever happens during Lagan because I've never watched it, were all present in Edgerunners. Studio Trigger has a really distinct style, using curvature and a bit of bubble to its character designs. They go hard on the shapes, so there's always a character shaped like a square and one shaped like a circle, you know what I mean? It's not that they throw out that unique style in Edgerunners, but they do so much more with it. The animation is simultaneously giving the fun, fast-paced bounciness of previous work while still making it feel like these characters are made of flesh and bone, and their actions carry weight, physically and metaphorically. I mean that both in the sense of getting hit or blown up and making the wrong decision or a hard decision. Not only is the world more dangerous with cybernetics, but health insurance somehow got worse and Amazon drones now come with built-in missiles. They make this dystopia seem real by starting off on a bad note. David is a low-income student going to a prestigious private school, a benefit of his mom's sick job working at the worst company on the planet. No spoilers, but something bad happens, health insurance sucks, and David has to find a way to come up with lots of money. And he's like a freak, you know? He doesn't have any cybernetics, so he can't really make it around Night City unscathed because everyone's an asshole in Dystopia, and he was formerly a student at school, so the boy has no job. Obviously, the best next step is to get cybernetics. It's not much, but it's a start in making it through the day alive. First thing he does is obviously beat the shit out of his bully, work, and then gets scouted by a girl named Lucy to join a group called Edgerunners, an organization working on collecting data to destroy the company that keeps Night City dangerous, Arasaka. Since life already started out pretty bleak for David, seeing him enjoy the fruits of his labor and make some genuine connections with others is such a treat, and the aesthetic of these scenes draw you in. There is a downside though. Overexposure to cybernetics can cause something called cyberpsychosis, an interesting name for something that does actually put humans into psychosis, but maybe let's destroy the stigma of the comparison of psychosis and murder in film. Yeah, the trope is getting old, but I digress. People start to go insane, get unnaturally aggressive, and sooner or later lose every bit of their humanity and start killing anything that moves. Why didn't they call it cyber rabies? They basically get rabies. That's actually a much better way of putting it. Just imagine you can get psychosis from an SD card full of rabies, if that makes sense. But one exemplary thing they do in Edgerunners is actually visualizing psychosis, simulating psychological horror and going ham with the effects. It's as if you're experiencing it through the characters, blinking in and out of different settings and wondering where they are, who they are, what they're doing, and what happened. They capture the deterioration of our protagonist's mindset as the smart but lazy student David goes through the high highs and the low lows of living in dystopia with mental illness and no family to lead you in the right direction. Without spoiling this 10-episode long series, seriously, check it out. This show was so fun to watch and so nice to look at.